Hey everyone, I'm Brady.
And I'm Katyryna.
And we are the Nomadic Herbivores.
So this is our very first vlog. We're really excited to share with you our upcoming adventures and travels.
If you stumbled across this video, we are planning a trip to Peru in which we'll be taking part of the Salkantay Trek, which is an alternative to the Inca Trail.
So today we're going to share with you some tips to pack for the Salkantay Trek in order to make sure that you've packed absolutely everything that you need. So before we get started on our packing list, we wanted to let everyone know that we're holding a little bit of a contest. We will tell you more about that at the end of the video, so keep watching if you want your chance to win something really exciting. So first and foremost, you are going to need a good day backpack. So most of the trekking companies offer horsemen and porters who can carry most of your luggage and clothing up the mountain, but you need to be able to have something to carry your water, your raincoat, snacks for the day. I am bringing a 20-liter backpack. It's nice, it's sturdy, and it's got clips to go around your hips to keep the weight off of your shoulders.
Yep, and I have a 36-liter. Really important as well, in addition to the hip straps, is try to find a backpack with a mesh back. It gives your back an ability to breathe.
Next up, one of the most important things that you're going to need is a good pair of hiking boots. These ones that I wear, they're Gore-Tex, they're made by North Face. They've got pretty good grips on the bottom, and the shank isn't super stiff.
It's always good to have, a second pair in case it's rainy and your shoes do get wet. My second pair is going to be a trail running shoe.
Another important thing that goes hand in hand with hiking boots is a good pair of
boot straps.
So these pretty much just go around your ankle, and then you can tuck your hiking pants in. If you're someone who's short like I am, you don't want the bottom of your pants dragging on the ground, so grab a couple of these, bring extras because they're small and they do get lost.
Yep.
Something that is completely optional to bring, but Brady and I are both packing, is a pair of flip-flops. Most people who are going on the 5-day Salkantay Trek will have the option to go to the hot springs. These are also nice to change into after a long day of hiking. You just want to let your feet breathe and you want to be comfortable around the camp.
On the topic of footwear, make sure you bring a good pair of socks. Make sure they're moisture wicking, because the worst thing that you can experience on your hike is wet, soggy, itchy feet.
If you're someone who's trying to stay away from wool products, you can definitely find a good pair of socks that are made with synthetic fabric. But we'd mention that if you do have a pair of gaiters, bring those. Gaiters will make sure that the water doesn't get onto your foot once your pants wick the moisture downwards. They're really, really a good thing to invest in. We are not bringing any, so we'll let you know how that goes. Might go very badly.
Working our way up the body, the next piece of gear that you need to have are a good pair of hiking pants. Got to make sure that they fit you well. You have good range of motion when you're taking big steps.
And on the topic of pants, I don't know if you can see these, but we have a pair of waterproof pants. So these are essentially just splash pants. We got ours for a decent price at our local mountain warehouse store. But they're really good because they do pack down really small. Unfortunately,
guys, we're not going to show you our underwear, but make sure you pack yourself at least 4 or 5 pairs of quick dry underwear. Cotton varieties really aren't the best because they tend to hold the moisture there, and no one wants moist underwear.
No one does. So next up, we've got a pair of shorts. They're moisture wicking, they're Activewear.
We're also on the 5-day trek going to go to a hot spring, so make sure you pack up a bathing suit if you decide to do that.
So when you're high up in the Andes, the weather is bound to get cold, especially when you go through that big high Salkantay Pass. So make sure that you keep your body warm and dry with a base layer. This is just a very, very typical base layer bottoms and base layer long sleeve shirt. These are the layer that's closest to your body, so make sure that they are sweat wicking. we have Activewear t-shirts. I suggest probably bringing about 3 t-shirts, 2 long sleeves if that's at all possible. And ladies, don't forget to pack some sports bras.
Stay warm with a sweater. Something that preferably packs small, is super warm. Next up, our favorite piece of gear is the insulated mid-layer jacket. These are really great. They keep you warm, and they can also be used as an outer jacket if it's not too cool.
We covered rain gear for the bottom half of your body, and now we will cover rain gear for the top half. Bring a really, really good water-resistant raincoat. Ready?
So one thing you may not know about hiking at high elevation is since you're higher up, there's less clouds and the sun is more intense. So make sure you have some good quality headwear to make sure you don't get your scalp burnt. And yes, some warm headwear as well, because you're going to be going through some cooler regions, especially at night and especially at the Salkantay Pass. And now on to technical headgear. I might look silly, but this is really important. When you're hiking early in the morning and late at night, you got to make sure you can light the way. Pick up some headlamps with rechargeable batteries.
To keep your hands warm, you pack a good pair of gloves, and if you want to keep your upper half a little warmer too, pack a neck gaiter. Now on to hydration. So you're going to want to make sure that you have a water bottle packed with you, and you're also going to want to make sure that you have some electrolyte tablets, even like Gatorade powder, anything just to replenish some of the salts that you've been losing. This will make you feel a lot better. One of the #1 reasons why people get the headaches from altitude sickness is actually because they're dehydrated. So being hydrated while you're on the trek is really, really important. So make sure that you have enough water to get you through the day and to keep those headaches at bay.
Oh, nicely done. Water purification tabs are also really important. Make sure you never go thirsty again. We never go thirsty because we always have a 3-liter Camelback. They're really good too because they come with a hose. So you never have to stop to drink. When it comes to sleeping, make sure you're extra cozy. We have a nice sleeping bag. Salkantay Trekking does provide sleeping bags for a small fee.
We mentioned to you that we will be going to the hot springs, and one of the things that we need to bring is a towel. So these are called Turkish towels. You can buy them on Amazon. I'll send a link down below to show you where we got ours from. But the good thing about them is that they're quick dry, they're made out of either bamboo or hemp, so they're very lightweight as well, and they're huge. Look how big this thing is. It's like a full-size beach towel.
One thing we learned from people who also gone on the Salkantay Trek is make sure you bring some toilet paper.
So we're gonna get a little bit into toiletries. You obviously know what you need toiletries-wise, like pack some toothpaste, toothbrush, floss, all that stuff. So we actually picked up one of these little shampoo bars from Lush. They're perfect because they're not made with any water, so you don't have to worry about checking your bags. And they're really lightweight and small. So another thing that we found important to bring is a lemongrass soap bar. So in our day packs, we always have a little bit of a first aid kit. So pretty much all this is some anti-nauseas, anti-diarrheas, we've got some wet wipes, we have some alcohol swabs, a little bit of polysporin, Band-Aids, and Tylenol. We went to our general practitioner and we got prescriptions for both Diamox and malaria pills. So Diamox is actually an altitude sickness pill. It helps to relieve altitude sickness. We've never experienced altitude before. This is actually our first time, so we're not sure how our bodies are going to react. We're not quite sure if we're going to take it yet, but we'll decide, I'm sure, very last minute, and we will let you know what our experiences with it were and what our experiences with altitude sickness were as well.
When it comes to electronics, we like to have our cell phones and our GoPros and cameras charged. So we do have an adapter for the South American voltage.
Along the topic of electronics, you know what you're going to bring. Everyone will probably be a little bit different with the stuff that they want to bring, but make sure that you bring extra batteries, a battery charger, backup cables for charging, everything like that. Make sure that you're well prepared. With the Salkantay Trek, in order to actually get to the checkpoint, to get onto the trail, you're going to need to bring your passport. So keep this in a Ziploc bag or a waterproof bag, because if it rains and your pages get wrinkly, that just won't be fun. Bring your passport, don't forget it, keep it close by. As well, you're gonna want to make sure that you bring some Peruvian money. I wouldn't suggest to bring too much of it, maybe about 200 to 300 soles, I'd say, but it's just handy in case you need to buy something on the road, or if you want to take part in the ziplining tours or go to the hot springs.
Our favorite part about hiking is eating all the junk food. Just kidding, we love the views, but it's always great to have some salty snacks and some sugary snacks to make sure that you are feeling really good, and treat yourself. You're burning lots and lots of calories every single hour, so it's definitely good to have some snacks that, there's no guilt.
We don't always eat candy, but we thought that we'd go big with giant bags of Sour Patch Kids. We're gonna talk about protein bars. The tour company has reassured us that there will be plenty of food on the trip and we don't really have to worry. We're a little wary still, so we decided that we'd bring some granola bars and protein bars that we know and trust, just to keep us extra fueled throughout the journey. You don't have to bring them if you don't want to, but they're always good to have on hand. They're pre-packaged, they're easy to pack, and they're small, so why not?
So this concludes our packing list. So on to the details for our contest.
So we are going to be sending one lucky person a postcard from our travels in Peru. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button, like, and comment below, and we will be picking the person during our travels to Peru. We also have the cutest little kitty in the world. This is Diego. He's the best.